Shalom, shalom, family. It's your brother Chris. I pray all is well. I pray everybody having a beautiful and blessed day. For this is the day the Most High has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Welcome back to another edition of Can We Talk or Not Talk? We're going to get right into this thing. We're going to be going over 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21 through 22. Let's go to work. Now, this describes a state of willful rejection of known truth. It refers to individuals who, after having learned about the truth and the path of righteousness, turn away from it to pursue sin. This condition is considered worse than never having known the truth, because it leads to greater accountability in a more spiritual state. So this right here, this can go for leaders. This can go for people who is in the truth or have known the truth, and you go back to willful sin. You turn your back or you reject the word of Yah. That punishment is going to be even worse than somebody who never even known, because you have tasted of the gift. You have tasted of the goodness of the Most High. For us to return back to our vomit and go back into a state of willful sin, our punishment, our judgment, our spiritual state is going to be worse than a person who never even known. This is the condition. This is the things that we cannot allow ourselves to do. It's no games. It's no time to be going backwards. No time to be going back to the things that we used to do. We have to push and go forward. And the sad thing about it is that me and you, the believers and followers of the Most High, for us to willfully reject His truth or turn our back on Yah and to go backward. The bad thing about that is that we have seen too much. We have tasted of His goodness. We have seen the Most High move. He has shown us things. So it'll be even worse for us than somebody who never even known. This is what this talking about. And even false leaders and false teachers who have rejected, turned their back, or sold out to Satan to preach a false doctrine or to preach contrary to the word of Yah. Their punishment, that condition is going to be even worse. And this is why you see so many falling away from the truth. When you return back to your vomit like a dog, or you go back to willful sin and you give up and say, oh, this is too much. I can't handle it. Too much pressure. You fold. You go back to willful sin and saying, man, you're looking at the world and saying, oh, it looks a little bit more better over there. It's a little more exciting over there. Oh, I miss being over there. Our spiritual state and our spiritual condition is going to be so bad. Satan is waiting for us to slip. He is waiting for us to return back to our vomit. He is waiting for us to go back to willful sin. This is the reason why pressing through. We must press through. Let this be motivation. Let this be encouragement. Let this be edification to the body of Hamashiach, Christ. Because we cannot allow ourselves to go back, to turn back. We know too much. The Most High has shown us too much. No matter what is going on in your assembly, no matter what's going on in your household, no matter what your spouse want to do, no matter what your children want to do, it's going to come down to who do you really need in this walk. This path is so narrow that only one can follow. It's so narrow, 2 by 2 can't even hardly stand by each other. Who do you really need in this walk? Or are you willing to give in, compromise, reject your salvation and what the Most High has done for you because of relationship or because of your spouse, because of your children, because of your job, because of your materialistic things? Are you willing to reject everything that the Most High has did for you? When you was down bad, when you was on drugs, when there was no way that you or anybody else could have did what the Most High did for you. Are you willing to reject it? Are you willing to turn your back on the Most High just because things is too hard? Just because it don't look like what you want it to look like? Because the world is getting even more tougher, because bills is getting harder to pay, because food is getting too expensive to buy, because you're not living the lifestyle that you once was living? Are you willing to trade all of that in to go back to your vomit like a dog? Do you remember the goodness? Do you remember what the Most High had did for you? Or are you still looking at your life and you looking at other people, you looking at your family members, you looking at everybody else having a good time, and you want to go back to that? You getting an appetite back for that? Are you willing to trade it all, to trade it in for everything that the Most High did for you? Some people was prostitutes, some people was dope dealers, some people was crackheads, some people was abusers, some people was out there doing all type of forms of wickedness. You looking at a man who was doing all forms of wickedness. You looking at a man who was on drugs. You was looking at a man who was down bad. You were looking at a man who went to prison. You were looking at a man who has been in the trenches, from the mud, in the mud, stuck in the mud, on both sides of the fence, selling dope, on dope, all of these things. Are you willing to turn your back on the Most High just because your flesh is getting it treated? Just because that, oh, I've been holding myself for so long, I just need to lay down with something. Because your flesh is weak. Or are you preparing yourself to continue to go forth? Are you preparing yourself to continue to fight the good fight of faith? Or are you preparing yourself to go forth? Or are you looking at the world? Are you looking at the things that you used to have? Are you missing what you used to have? Some women, are you looking at all your so-called homegirls and people in your family who living their best life, who still living in whoredom, who still doing whatever they want to do? You looking at them again. You looking at the life that they living. They turning up and having fun. But when you was down bad, when nobody couldn't help you, when that man was beating up on you, when you was turning tricks, doing all type of things to try to pay your bills and get your money, when you was getting molested, all these things was happening to you. Who was there for you? Was these people there for you, or was the Most High there for you? You got to look at that. Are you willing to trade all that in when the Most High had picked you up from off the ground and built you up and cleaned you up and brought you to his marvelous light, cleaned all the rust out of you, all the trauma that you had? Are you willing to trade everything that the Most High did for you just to go back to the world, just to go back and be down bad again? And then this time when you go back in these last days, the devil gonna use you for a trophy because you have tasted of the goodness of the Most High. For you men who is down there doing all type of things, selling dope, sliding on people, going woman to woman, all these trauma, all these things that you have did, terrorizing the neighborhood, going in and out of jail. When that woman wasn't there for you, when your mama wasn't there for you, when your daddy wasn't there for you, when your homeboys turned their back on you, snitched on you. When you was in that school and people was laughing at you, when you didn't have no money, when you didn't have no clothes, when you didn't have nothing, who was there for you? Who the one that brought you through? It was the Most High Yah. You willing to turn your back on that because you want to go lay up with some whore? Because you want to smoke weed again? Because you want to play with yourself again? Because you want to go back to willful sin again? Because you miss the streets again? Oh, would you miss going to jail again? You missed the mindset that you was in? Or you willing to turn your back on the Most High to go back and do them things? Or you gonna stand firm like a soldier? He already told you, he that endure to the end shall be saved. Are you willing to trade all that in to go back? Let's go to 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. Man, hallelujah. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. 22. But it is happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. This proverb describes someone who has been outwardly cleaned, but they choose to re-enter the mud and filth from which they were purified. Outwardly. You've been outwardly clean, but inside you still got the same ways. You still got the same type of mannerism. You still got the same type of talk, attitude. You still doing the same things that you used to. You outwardly clean, but inwardly, you still got the same hate. You still got the same type of ghettoism. You still doing the same thing. You outwardly clean, but inwardly, you haven't changed nothing. You still holding on to people. You still haven't released people. You still holding on for unforgiveness. This means no real transformation occurred within them. The outward change, but their true nature remains the same. So their nature is still the same. They still doing the same thing. They still that same person. This is why it's so important to make sure that the inside is clean. Your inside has to be purified. You can't just be outwardly looking good, but inwardly you still a devil. You can only try to fool people for so long, and really you playing yourself. You ain't fooling nobody but yourself. So for us to be able to then witness all of this, Most High has been so good to us, and we have been so rebellious, so disobedient. Hey, I'm guilty. How can we want to go back? We have to fight with everything that we have, because Satan is coming with everything. When it says he come to steal, kill, and destroy, this is what he doing. When it says the roaring lion, just his roar alone is going to scatter you to the prey. We can't be scared. We can't be no punks out here. We got to stand firm. We got to be ready to fight. We got to be ready to sharpen that sword. We got to be ready to swing that sword, and don't swing it blindly, and don't be timid to swing it. Roar like a lion. This is our season to roar righteously. Do what we have to do. Because it is even more wicked than what it was when we first was out there, or the last time we was out there. So don't think it's going to be sweet. Satan is ready. One little slip up. That's why we got to be careful who we hang around. We got to be careful what we do, how we move. Things that you doing behind the scenes is going to show up on the screen. So if you out here faking it, you out there living a double life, and you doing things that you ought not to be doing, it's going to show up. Eventually, it's going to show up, because you can't hide wickedness for too long. It's going to start showing up in your mannerisms and your talk. That's why it says evil communications corrupt good manner. Anything that you are taking in that is evil is going to be flowing out of you. Evil. Because out of the heart flows the issues of life. So if you got evil in your heart, if you got wickedness in your heart, if you sowing into your flesh, you sow into the flesh, this is what is going to happen. This the things that is going to come out of you. Because you haven't been washed. You haven't been converted by his word. You might hear it, but you're not a doer. So we got to be careful. We got to watch and pray. That's what he say, watch and pray. Be obedient. Have discipline. How many times we going to continue to fall for the same things? It's come a time that you have to be able to get to a point where you're not falling for the same things. How you keep falling from lust? You keep falling from lust. You keep falling from lust because you got an appetite for it. And you can't have no microwave prayers and think that's going to cut it. You can't do that. Continue to pray for the same thing. But yet you keep doing the same thing. We have tasted of the goodness of the Most High. He has shown us too much. If we willingly and reject his word and go back, what the word said, for it had been better for them not to have known. The way of righteousness, then after they have known it to turn away. It'd be better for somebody who never even heard, never even came into the faith, never even wanted nothing from the Most High. But for you and if we do that, our destruction, our downfall, it's going to be worse than somebody who never even known it. We got to be mindful. We got to be careful. Because see, a lot of people, they think just because nothing has really happened in this world to the extent where it's been like other places or other countries or like it was in the ancients of days, things like that haven't happened yet, but it's coming. That people think they can just continue to play with the Most High. A lot of us as a people, as a whole, has been so disconnected from the Most High that we can't even discern our left hand from our right hand. And this is sad. And this is the mindset that a lot of people have. Because they refuse to consider their ways. They refuse to consider how many times a day do I disobey the Most High? How many times a day do I go whoring on him? Making my wife an idol, making my children an idol, making my husband an idol, making my car, my money, my job an idol. Putting things above the Most High. But yet you proclaim that you serve the Most High, but actually you serving the materialistic things. That's what you actually are bowing down to. You love this system. You love Baal. You love this world so much that you can't even detach from it because you're so attached to it, because you have to have it. A lot of people is going to be shocked and surprised. Because if the devil is not messing with you, he probably already have you. If you're not going through anything and you saying that you serve the Most High, majority of the time, you might want to examine yourself. The devil might already have you. Because if he ain't messing with you, then you probably already is. So many people, they only praise the Most High because they have things. But soon as something happened, any little thing, they walk away, they turn away, based upon because they don't have nothing. And if we look at Yahushua, the disciples, the apostles, a lot of people didn't have nothing. But you only want to serve him when it's beneficial for you. You only want to serve him when you so-called got your blessings. That's why he's separating the wheat from the tares, the sheep from the goats, the grape falling away. People are falling away. It's too hard. But when you was doing wickedness, you went hard. But now it's too hard. We have to be able to detach ourselves from this world now, because when this beast system is in place, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to handle it because they've been so used to a certain lifestyle that when it's taken away from them or you is given a choice, a lot of people are gonna go straight to it because they can't live without having a certain car. They can't live without having a certain place to stay. They can't live without having a certain job. They can't live without having certain food. They can't live without living a lavish lifestyle or something that they used to, familiar. If you can't get out your comfort zone now, it's going to be rough for a lot of people. And this is the time now. This is the time now. The Most High had to jackhammer around a lot of people's hearts. So much concrete around your heart. For yourself, other people. Because so many people have a it's me mentality. It's all about me mentality. I don't care about nobody else. But then when the time comes, you're going to need somebody. But you've been rejecting a lot of people. But when the time comes when you're going to need somebody, your help is not going to be there because you haven't sown nothing. All you sown was selfishness. So that's what you're going to get back. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. The time is now. We all have to get ourselves together. Who is preparing to be a prepared bride for the Most High? A good and prepared bride. Who is getting ready for that? Who is getting ready for the outpour, the latter rain? Let's consider our ways. And let's consider how we moving. Because there's too many people who want to reject everything that the Most High did for them. Because the devil is showing you, you miss the world. I know you do. I know you miss it. Just come on back over here. What's the use of running this race for however many years that you have been running it? And all of a sudden, you turn away or you fall away right at the end. Everything that you did before that, not going to mean nothing. Because you, or me, couldn't endure. Let's just be motivation, encouragement. Continue to go forth. Don't stop. Keep going. You can do this. We can do all things through Hamashiach that's strengthening us. Get into his word. If you don't have anything else, speak his word over yourself. Speak life over yourself. Encourage yourself. You don't need other people to encourage you. Learn how to encourage yourself. Learn how to go to the Father yourself through his only begotten Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. Pray yourself. And if you do have people who can encourage you, all praises. But if they are not there, you got to fight yourself. Because I can't land back off of you. You can't land back off of me. And you going to be standing in front of the Most High by yourself, just like me. Do all you can do to stand. And whatever you do, make it. Make it. If my mama don't go, I'm going. If my daddy don't go, I'm going. If my children don't go, I'm going. Going. All the way. Finish the race. You keep your head up, and you keep your faith in Yah, and you continue to fight. Don't let no demon, don't let no oppressor, don't let no job, don't let no woman, don't let no man, don't let nothing take you out of the hand of the Most High. Don't let nothing take you away from him. Remember where you once was and where he has you at now. And if you're not at where you need to be, which a lot of us are not, or if you at a certain level, continue to grow. Don't get stagnant in that. Continue to grow. Faith to faith, glory to glory. Continue. Don't stop. Don't be stagnant. Don't have procrastination. Don't fall back into slothfulness. Don't fall back into being lazy. Don't fall back into a carnal mindset. Keep going. Keep moving. Don't stop. And you sharpen your sword. Because the Most High has given us power and authority through the Ruach, through Yahusha, to slay every demon, to lay down every demonic spirit, to fight spiritually, physically. It is in you. The kingdom is in you. Tap into it. And you keep going and you keep fighting and you crush every head of every serpent and every devil and dragon that comes your way. And you don't let nobody, I don't care who it is, stop you from serving the Most High. Let that be encouragement, family. This your brother Chris. I'm fighting just like everybody else fighting. Who hungry? Who want it? You gonna keep going? Keep going. Don't stop. Don't let the devil tell you that you can't. Yes, you can. Because when the devil say no, the Most High say yes. Peace and blessings. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, keep going. Hallelujah.